Let's talk about NVC update of this week and also February 2025 from Visa Bulletin. Hello, my name is John and welcome.
USA MONDE.
Some of you guys who are planning to petition for your relative, well, whether your relative will live here in the United States of America or overseas, the first thing you need to do is to file an I-130 petition. Once you file the petition, USCIS will send you a notification that, okay, they receive your case. That notification is on I-797. That is not an approval or letter. Okay, when you receive that, it doesn't mean that they approve your case. It just means that they receive your case. And you're gonna wait until they review the whole thing before they can approve it. If there is additional document needed, they will let you know. Okay, so once they approve the case, if your relative lives here in the United States of America, that relative will start the adjustment status process. Basically, that relative gonna file I-485, which is the green card application. Okay, but in case the relative lives here, lives overseas, that relative will need a visa to come to the United States of America. That's when USCIS will send the case to NVC, National Visa Center. Okay, this one is for some of you guys who are new in the process. Some of you guys who already started the process, you know exactly how this works. So once an NVC receives your case, they will create a visa case and then they'll send you a case number and invoice ID. And I talked about that in the previous video, which is when exactly you receive your welcome letter. So in the welcome letter, that's when you're gonna see the case number and invoice ID. So now what you're gonna do with those information? Well, those credentials are needed to log into NVC, National Visa Center system. Okay, so this week NVC announced on their website that they are working on cases they received from USCIS on January 22nd, 2025, meaning that some of you guys will receive your welcome letter very soon, especially if you are immediate relative, meaning that you are a parent of U.S. citizen, you are a spouse of U.S. citizen, you are children or child under age of U.S. citizen. Some of those people don't have to wait longer to receive their welcome letter because there is a visa available for them right after the petition was approved. But some of you guys who are not in that category, for example, siblings of a U.S. citizen or spouse of green card holder, you guys have to wait a little longer before you receive your welcome letter. You have to wait until your priority date becomes current in the Visa Bulletin, which we're going to cover in a few minutes. Once the priority date is current, then you will receive a notification from NVC to start your immigrant visa process. I received messages from some of you guys on saying that, okay, you have your case number and invoice ID, but you are unable to pay fees and submit documents. Yes, sometimes NVC will send you those information, but if your priority date is not current, you won't be able to pay fees or submit any document. You still have to wait. Okay, so some of you guys who already pay fees and submit different documents, well, you know that some of you guys who are the beneficiary, you're gonna submit some document called civil document. The petitioner also gonna submit some document like affidavit of support form and its supporting document. This week NVC announced on their website that they are reviewing document they received from some of you guys on January 23rd, 2025. So once they review everything, they will let you know whether or not the case is documented to qualify. What does that mean? Once the case is documented to qualify, means that NVC accept all your documents. From that point, all you need to do is to wait until they notify you that, okay, they schedule an interview at the U.S. consulate for you. There's nothing else you need to do. Okay, if during that period something happened, let's say your police clearance certificate expired, NVC will let you know that, okay, it expired, therefore you need to renew it before you go to the interview. A reminder, every month I remind you guys and be careful because there are some scammers out there who will promise you to help you get your interview appointment letter quicker. It's not possible. The only thing I know for sure that you can do while waiting is to expedite your case if you have a hardship. Let's say you are in a life and death situation, or you are in financial hardship, and you can prove it. You can expedite your case. Well, make sure you submit enough document to show or that you are in a hardship or you're in a life and death situation. So because if you don't provide enough document, NVC won't approve your expedite request. That's one thing you need to keep in mind. So guys, and now the third update is regarding inquiries. Some of you guys send inquiries to NVC. Maybe you ask questions. Maybe you want to know when you're going to receive your welcome letter or when you're going to receive your interview appointment letter. Well, they are responding to the one you guys are sent on January 27, 2025. Make sure you check your spam folder, because sometimes the email will go to the spam folder. People won't know. They just keep waiting. Check the spam folder, and also check your inbox as well to see if NVC replied to your inquiry. So now we're gonna cover Visa Bulletin of February 2025, just like I said in the beginning of this video. If you're ready, let's go in front of my computer. Before we talk about that, if your spouse or your parent are preparing their immigrant visa interview, well, we have some ebooks that can help them with their interview questions. The links are in the description below. Now let's go back to the video. So guys, today we're gonna cover family sponsor preferences, as you can see here. So these are the categories we're gonna cover. We have F1. So F1 basically is for unmarried sons and daughters of US citizens. As you can see here, we have F2. F2 is split in two parts. We have F2A and F2B. F2A is for spouses and children of permanent residents. We got F2B, which is unmarried sons and daughters 21 years of age or older of permanent resident. We have F3 category, which is for married sons and daughters of US citizens, and F4 category, which is for brothers and sisters of adult US citizens. So now let's go to the chart, the date for filing and final action date charts. So guys, this is the date for filing chart. Okay, this chart is for some of you guys who are waiting for your welcome letter. So basically, you are waiting for welcome letter to start your immigrant visa process, or you are waiting for USCIS notification to start the adjustment of status process. Okay, so as you can see here, we have those categories I just mentioned: F1, F2A, F2B, F3, and F4. Okay, these are the categories on column right here. And then on top over here, we have all chargeability area except those listed. We have China mainland born, we have India, Mexico, and the Philippines. So this is how you read the chart. So if you're from the Philippines, you are in the F1 category. So this is the date you're going to pay attention to. So this date right here, it's called cutoff date, basically. Okay, this is the date you're going to pay attention to. So what exactly you need to do with this date? You have to compare your priority date, which is the day your petition was filed, with this date. So if your priority date comes before this date in the chart, it means that it's current, and you will receive a notification from either NVC or USCIS. Okay, for example, let's say your priority date is April 1st. April 1st comes before April 22nd, 2015, right? So it means it's current. But in case your priority date is, let's say, in October 1st, 2015, it's not current yet. You have to wait until you reach that date, okay? And not only you reach that date, but it has to come before the date in the chart. All right, same thing with F2A. This is F2A. So if you know from the Philippines, from the Mexico, this is the date you're going to pay attention to. If you're from India, it's going to be this day. If you're from China mainland, about this day right here. If you know from none of these four countries here, then you're going to pay attention to this area right here. Okay, that's why people get confused there. They don't know exactly which one they need to pay attention to. Let's say you're from let's say Germany, or you from South Africa, something like that. Yeah, you're gonna pay attention to this column right here. Okay, this is for you. So same thing for F2B, F3, and F4. That's basically what you need to pay attention to. All right, so now let's move to final action date chart. So guys, as you can see here, we have the same categories: F1, F2A, F2B, F3, and F4, just like on date for filing. Okay, and we have on those countries here: the Philippines, Mexico, India, China mainland born, and then all chargeability areas over here. Again, If you, for example, if you're from India, okay, so before I cover this one, this chart is for some of you guys who are waiting for your interview appointment letter, or if you live here in the United States of America, you're waiting for your green card decision. Okay, so let's say you're from India. Okay, you have to check, and then you in F2A category, which is this one right here. In India, this is the cutoff date, your cutoff date right here. This is your cutoff date, okay? So, like I said, you have to compare your cutoff date with your priority date. And then let's say your priority date, which is the date the petition was filed, is December 1st, 2021. It comes before January 1st, 2022. It means it's current. You should receive a notification from, either USCIS or NVC. If you are in F3 category, for example, and you know from none of these 4 countries here, this is where you're going to pay attention to. You're going to pay attention to this day, which is July 1st, 2010. Let's say your priority date is November 1st, 2010. It's not current yet. You still have to wait. But if your priority date is April 1st, 2010, well, it's current. You should receive a notification from one of those agencies, depending on the location of your case. And then same thing for F4 category. So basically, that's how you read the chart. It's not that complicated. Just pay attention to this date in the chart, and also know your priority date is very important. Thanks for watching.